And we're continuing with the train wreck that is this attempt at feeding. Malik, you may proceed. The other two are in a daze, slowly coming off of the high of having their brains scrambled by you.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the alley, even though I know this is a trap.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to try to mind wipe
Just
the
look in
nuns.
the alley, goddammit.
Yeah, just...
You want me?
So you go over there, I just drag you there. Sure, you're
I'm
there.
gonna do perception alertness on the alley.
Hey, just look into the alley, goddammit. It's not that hard.
You may roll perception alertness. There are gonna be two tiers. One will be judged based on difficulty 9 successes, one on difficulty 6 successes. Okay. You're pretty sure that you left two nuns in this alley. But you don't
only
have
one
enough
now.
but you don't have enough successes to detect the other trying desperately to sneak off through the bar you found the guy in. You know, essentially taking the back door through the bar and out the other side.
So one's wandering.
One is actually starting to run at this point down the street very quietly, sobbing again, very, very quietly, in pure raw terror at the demon that she had to abandon her sisters to.
Jackalore, I'm gonna need some.
Just
some
mind wipe. Just mind wipe the guy, the person there in the alley, and hoof it like.
That's what I was wondering. Can I chase after him? Or,
Or,
okay.
There's
Let's just go
nothing
ahead.
you can do about her.
Okay, I'm gonna mind wipe her, and then I'm gonna try to chase after.
Okay,
You are right, Green Dragon or Chris or whatever I'm gonna call you.
okay.
This is a fucking.
That should have been at a difficulty of 4. I know.
Okay, so, okay.
Demon athletics.
Uh, roll me your wits to see if you can figure out what happened, since you didn't actually think to ask this nun about what happened while you had her under the mind wipe. You know, you're pretty sure that the most sensible direction for her to head would be down the street in the other direction, like directly away from you. So you happily go chasing exactly the opposite way, not knowing that she snuck through the bar and is now on her way to write a letter to the Vatican.
Well, first you'd have to go to her pastor.
You know, yeah. Do you really want to mess around with these two nuns that you have already gotten in trouble with? Do you really want them to see your face? Because that may well bring up the repressed memories as well. Who knows how well these mind blanks will hold if they are, you know, challenged by reminders.
I really hate you right now.
That is the GM telling you to get the fuck out of there.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave, and then deal with this later, I suppose.
From behind you, you hear a concerned citizen asking the nun you left on the street if she is all right.
Do I overhear what they say?
If you use heightened senses, you can overhear it from around the corner. Sure. Sure. With 8s and 9s, you can, and with the sheer amount of aspects you have, of course, you can hear her talking about how some thugs apparently grabbed her by the hair and dragged her out here, and they left her sisters in the alley while they essentially tried to mug them. And they apparently got angry and decided to run away when they realized that the nuns didn't really have any money. And
Okay.
of course, the shop owner that appears to have been on the break when you noticed the camera in his store seems to be properly sympathetic. But you don't know if your face was caught on camera. It may well have been, even though you didn't actually use supernatural abilities or feed on camera, which is certainly a bonus for you.
I really hate you right now.
At least it's not a masquerade breach with those. It's just with the one that it's
How many masquerades do you get?
One.
Wait.
If you fail, if you fail once, you might as well say goodbye, because it's really bad if you do a masquerade breach.
You know,
This is bad.
this lasts, if you get caught, if it gets traced back to you, if it
Won't know it was a vampire.
yeah, but if the prince learns that you did fuck up and did threaten the masquerade, your life is essentially measured in the prince's patience. Pure and simple. But you did good, you removed a dangerous brigade of enemies. So he's probably gonna be pretty lenient right now if something does come up.
I mean, I thought this would just be
But,
like
like,
a criminal violation.
More about the what the nun would do. Well, first she'd, of course, go to her own pastor and or abbot, more like, her.
Yeah, she
What's
might.
What's the place where nuns are?
The cloister, I think.
Yeah, cloister. She first will go to her cloister and then talk to the abbess, because it's a female cloister. Yeah, that's the abbess, I think.
With a little bit of luck, they won't believe her at all because.
Especially considering there are two others who were there and who also didn't. Who didn't know anything at all about this.
What was your lowest amount of
vampiric.
successes on the mind-wiping rolls?
I think 3.
3?
I
Was
think.
it 2?
It's 2. I see it up here.
I mean, you did score 2 successes on one attempt to actually use Dominate 1, but I don't know.
Believe it.
I think it's a 2 because of his dice. Because that's where he. No, that's the thing he used.
You know, it doesn't really matter all that much. I can tell you in advance, this isn't gonna kill you. There is a good chance it won't even be traced back to you. But there is a chance that it will help attract the attention of hunters to this town. And you will have to live with the guilt of knowing that secretly you played a part in bringing this about.
But the first thing would be that the abbess might not care about this one, but if it happens again and with another nun, then it might very well become a letter to the Vatican.
Indeed.
Definitely not going to bring us another instance of nuns, are you?
Well, not to you. I might spring it on Raffaello or something.
Oh God.
Does Raffaello have any of these things?
Yeah. Does he have like the same flaws as me?
No. He has a short fuse. He may well have frenzied and ripped them to shreds.
Well, then that's on him, and I'm kind of still cross at him for hurting Bronson.
Do any of you want to hunt again, perhaps?
Yes, I do, but I think it's a bad decision now.
I'm sure it couldn't go badly, and you are
Like,
hunting
I
within
don't actually.
you are hunting within your domain, so that is essentially the square your Chantry is in.
Thinking about going downtown further now because I don't want to draw more attention to the area, my Chantry's area here.
Well, actually, I don't need to hunt again because I'm full. But of course,
Yeah, I'm 1 point away. I'm good. I'm good.
But I'll be removing my point because of the consumption.
Wait, why?
The consumption, the nightly consumption of we all have vampires have.
You
Do
would have done that at the beginning of last session. You haven't gone to sleep since then. And you filled off at the end of the battle with the
Oh yeah, that's true. So
blood.
yeah, that's okay. Okay. No, I won't be doing. So there's no need to remove consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Lost.
You're good there. You know.
Yeah. So do we go to the next night?
No, I think we're gonna wrap up here. And you may both regain a temporary willpower point. Well, Sarah definitely, because you did get domain. I don't know, how traumatizing is this to Malik?
It's pretty traumatizing.
You know, you don't have that much willpower. You can console yourself that it's okay because you got domain and it probably will be alright. So you can go back up to 5 temporary points.
And I'm at 4. I'm no longer completely crap. Just a little, just somewhat crap.
Yeah.
And go back up to 5 on willpower temporary point.
Yeah. I'm letting you recover 1 point because you had a fun time at the Smash-a-thon and you managed to get domains, so you're good. You know, now I'm wondering where I can make you spend blood in order to make you go hunt again. Nah, I'm not gonna be that much of a dick. I've done enough to you. So, any last business you want to handle before?
Not really.
What about you, Malik?
I think I've done enough damage.
Okay. So, experience points wise, have you learned any fun things, or your characters rather, during this night?
Yeah.
Go on.
I hate nuns.
Hey, you should add that to your flaws, your merits and flaws as hatred of nuns.
Definitely should have really thought things through when I had the cross and the unholy whatchamacallit flaws going on here.
Those synergize
Both of them
really
together
well.
probably wasn't the. Both of them together probably not the best idea.
Sounded like a good idea at the time, though.
You know, they're both thematically fit together very well, and they synergize really well for me as well.
It's a good way for
Well, I
the
thought it would be
GM to have fun.
And that actually didn't get me into a lot of trouble, but the nuns did kind of. I still had to deal with the nuns, and I had to spend willpower to deal with that. It was a hassle, but it was more of a hassle that was botched, really.
You know,
could have happened to anyone.
You were like, I was really, really focused on trying to create trouble with the hunters. I need some way to hook those kind of storylines into this, and sooner or later I needed one of you to fuck up badly on a hunt. And you know,
all you need to do really with me is have someone stab me with a silver, start stabbing me with their silverware due to me being me botching something.
You know,
wait a minute. Now I did when they put the cross in my face and they used willpower to overcome it. I did manage not to wince, and I even snarked at them a bit. So that has to count for something, right?
Yeah, but they could feel your unholy aura.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. They can go back and tell everybody that the crosses don't work. That's all a myth.
You know, sure, and the local nuns may well believe that, but the Society of Leopold knows better. Or rather, they know that
True.
It's not the cross, but the faith in their hearts that's the real weapon, you know?
Or at least that's of course depending upon the vampire in question.
But yeah, you were I needed to make that work, and I thought
Well, I'm glad to be of assistance. Thank you for all that.
you really had me thinking about how I could screw you without just being a dick and have it make sense, and you were like one success away from catching that last nun and just completely undoing my efforts to screw you even a little bit. You did really well on cleaning that up, though. It's not gonna be too much trouble for you, really.
It's just another point towards the bad things happening side of all things.
So can I get some extra experience for it?
For doing well on cleaning up? Yeah, I'm okay with you getting an extra experience point for sheer badassery, and doing well.
What? Why can't I get it for smashing the car into the ground?
That was more just dice rolls than it was actually
I guess.
Besides, it's not like you're the least experienced of the guys. I think you actually have the most experience of the lot.
Okay.
What did Serath learn? I mean, yeah, think on what you have learned, and if Nietzsche actually thinks that I'm wrong on this, we can certainly discuss it further. But if I'm gonna give you experience points for anything, I'd rather give it for something other than simply smashing up a car. For dramatic purposes,
Of course. It's
What
understandable.
What about your negotiation earlier?
That's true. I did do quite well on that thing.
You even went further than me, so playing it safe.
Like, I learned that you should not be as lenient as I was being at first. You should go a lot hard. Should be pretty harsh with your negotiations if you want to get anywhere in vampiric society.
Okay, so Serath learned to be more assertive. That's the development point, and sure, I can give you a point for the roleplay you did in Elysium as a thing, because you handled the Malkavian pretty well, you did work with the negotiations and such, and yeah, sure. I'm okay with both of you getting 4 points of experience for this session. So, is there anything you actually want to discuss buying with your experience?
Currently I'm at 9 experience, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be able to do with it.
I am okay with you taking either an intimidation point or a manipulation point if you want.
My first question would be what do I need to do to get the Psalm Sight ability?
You...
Isn't it 8 points?
It's 6 points. And you need to get some quality time with your sire so that he can actually teach it to you. He knows it, but you haven't been able to get together to learn it. You will, however, receive the Warding Circle versus Lupines book, since the Lord will have no problem approving you having up to level 3 rituals at least, because you have essentially proven at this point that you're capable of defending your Chantry even during daytime. So that will be carried over to you the start of next night.
Good to know. So but could I increase my empathy?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, did you
I have been using it.
Yeah, you can add another dot to that.
What would it be like?
2 points.
How many points now?
Its current rating times 2.
Experience. Will it just? Oh yeah, it's 2 points, 3 points for the basic, then times 2 for every level you have already.
Yeah. What about you, Malik? Is there anything you're looking to improve now that your Auspex is up to a decent level? Like, with these 4 points, you could probably up your Tom to 2 if you wanted.
That goes against my roleplay, though. My
Oh.
character's backstory.
So you're not really that into magic.
Also, you haven't
Not really. I've learned. It's dominate and auspice is very convenient for me, but magic just doesn't seem very useful. And I was actually thinking about increasing my firearms.
Actually, another thing is that he hasn't actually been using his thumb either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Fair point. Sure, with as much shooting
That's why Alistair
as you...
disowned me.
You know, it's fine. If you have enough experience, you can certainly buy the third dot of firearms skill. You have been shooting enough people over the, last session and the first session that it certainly justifies improving that. And I like how your idea with the nuns was, oh, screw dominate, even though you invested so much with it, just kill them all. That was lovely.
I was kind of in panic mode a little bit.
That's understandable. That's kind of an oh shit situation.
Didn't you say I could increase my intimidation too?
If you have enough experience points to increase that and your empathy, you can increase both. Yeah, that's fine. Really want to buff that dominate 1, eh?
Also, I want to actually be able to intimidate people.
That has been serving you rather well.
Maybe I shouldn't suck at social skills after.
I did say this would be kind of half and half. So yeah, you probably shouldn't suck at it.
Well, at least I'm good at something.
You've been doing pretty well. So, anything else you want to cover, experience or otherwise? Like instructions for the ghouls, for example.
That'd be like, I'd have Romina guard the Chantry during daytime.
Okay.
Like, she could sleep, she could sleep tonight because we kinda need to kill the daylight brigade or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Still don't trust your ghoul.
You shouldn't.
I don't either, but like she can get to sleep because she was hunting me.
You really shouldn't
and
trust Romina. Keep in mind, I wanted to bring hunters in, but the first time one of you botched a hunt, it was Romina that showed up, not the nuns.
Like seriously, nuns wouldn't have done shit to me. That's one of the reasons you didn't have any botches, have anything happen.
Maybe you don't know.
Like, there's no way a human could possibly be immune to the blood bond, unless she's Sabbath, and I'm pretty sure I would have noticed if she was Sabbath.
There is the unbondable merit.
Yes, like how many points is that? 3? 4?
It's a lot. But NPC characters can bend the rules on standard expenditures. They can have whatever I think is dramatically appropriate. So they don't necessarily need to balance it with deadly flaws the way you do.
It's a 5-point merit. Like, even if she just had to take 3 points, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of points to. That's a lot of things she should have to take.
Yeah, sure, but keep in mind, the Sabbat at least seems certainly willing to invest exotic forces into this. For example, a specially trained brigade of Thin Bloods to strike during the day, even though normally they would be a whole lot weaker. I mean, that has to be a rare tactic, right?
She might. I I'm guessing that if there was a flaw to pick out for anyone for a certain person, I'd give the Sombra, the hunted like a dog flaw. I'm guessing she has, and the sect, the group, the sect or clan that's hunting her would be the either that or clan enmity.
I did give her flaws without really giving her all that much. Well, actually, I think I gave her an extra dot of dominate to, you know, up her thing, but she didn't get the 4th in-clan dot, you know, for basic dot that you got. As far as her flaws, she is a disgrace to the blood, and she has clan enmity Malkavian. The hunted like a dog thing to some extent comes with being La Sombra anti-tribu, and they don't get extra points for that.
Yeah, like I meant like instead of like there's depending on if it was hunted like a dog or just clan enmity.
Yes, well, hunted like a dog implies that they're outright trying to
Yeah,
kill her.
yeah. I wasn't looking at the clan enmity by the time. At the time point, I actually said the thing about the hunted like a dog.
Yeah.
So yes, she'd have the clan enmity flaw. Clan enmity.
Yep.
Not the actual hunted like a dog flaw.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, you're not gonna risk eating the gangrel now? Or anytime soon?
Well, now I'm wondering if I should.
Well, you can
If I should
always...
I personally would suggest against it, but you know, if you want to, you can do it and
I'm already taking kind of a penalty against me, ain't I?
Yes, and would you want to increase that penalty even more?
Well, it wouldn't increase the vibe that much at this point,
I'm
since you're
waiting.
not doing it in rapid succession. You have enough willpower that if you don't waste it on other things like facing down crosses, you can automatically succeed at the last willpower roll to finish digesting the La Sombra and, you know, deal with that. I will give you +1 to the difficulty of these willpower rolls while you're trying to digest 2 souls at the same time. But
It worries me that I'll end up like with hairy palms and stuff. So
well, you will essentially have, instead of 1 roll at difficulty 6 and 1 roll at difficulty 7 while you digest the gangrel, it will be 2 at difficulty 7. Because by the time you go after the second roll, the La Sombra will be fully digested, right?
I don't know.
So, well, I'm telling you as a GM, it won't be that bad. The problem you might have is the final roll to digest someone is normally at difficulty 8. If you are digesting 2 people at the same time, that goes up to 9, and you might just want to spend a willpower point on that one, not to have that little shit cause trouble on your insides.
Jack
I
Lore,
don't know. Like I don't know.
I'm really considering doing it.
No, don't do it. Like, do you want to end up like me when I try to eat a guy and actually start taking aggravated wounds to your soul?
You know, you have enough blood that you could probably heal relatively easily. If you want to do
if
this,
it's just that, or if you instead just start sprouting.
It's a night for screw up. So let's just go ahead and do this.
Oh my god, you are great.
It's a night for screw ups. I might as well try this.
Okay, so let's just do this to wrap the
The
thing up.
gods have mercy on us all.
You know, it might be better than having people poking around in Chantry and possibly stumbling across the body. Like, there might have been blood splatters on that chest he's stuffed into if the sheriff had gotten curious, or if he had more than 4 dice in investigation. It could have been trouble. You might want to get rid of it. I'm just saying. You know?
I know, but still.
I might be biased, Malik, but I think you should go for it.
Yeah, I don't really trust you a
Might
lot,
is-
but
Might is an understatement in this case.
do I do? This is all willpower rolls, right?
Yes. What did we agree
Definitely.
on? Draining their temporary willpower? Or 5 successes? Or what did we go with?
Successes.
I thought we did with successes.
Well, he didn't have that much willpower. I think he might have spent some somewhere. Yeah, I have bar 1, which I had set as willpower during that fight, which really didn't work, as 6. So he has 6 temporary willpower left. Are you already rolling? Or is that one of the old rolls?
One of the old ones.
Okay, so you ceremoniously put him on the table. It's gonna be a feast.
Should I look around? Make sure no one's in here visible watching. Not that it matters because they've already caught me.
You
Uh,
sure you don't want to do it in the cellar, in the vault?
You can make a perception awareness roll at hidden difficulty. Since you don't know if anyone is watching and what their level of obfuscate might be. Are you already rolling willpower?
That was perception awareness.
Oh, it said it's rolling it as willpower. So 6 dice. Okay. You don't see anyone.
That is willpower because it says he rolls willpower.
Yeah, well, yeah, you would get 1 success since you have 5 dice in perception awareness. But even so,
I don't know why I did that.
you know,
Want to go with this one?
nah, it's just since you rolled better. In these situations, unless it's really confusing, we're just gonna remove the extra successes off of the previous roll, or rather the last dice in the line. Especially since that roll is better, we'll just go with what you roll first.
Okay.
So yeah, with 1 success, you're not seeing anyone around here. It doesn't seem like anyone is spying on you.
Where are we at again?
You're in the library, or in the basement, depending on where you want to be.
I'd rather be in the basement anyways.
Okay, I'll drag him down there. You want to put him on the carpet the sheriff died on? Make that a special place for these sort of things?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, drag yourself down there, and you need 6 successes in order to drain off his temporary willpower.
You want to
It's a
get
success of
ghosts?
6, right? 6 or 7.
Nietzsche, you want to get ghosts? Because that's how you get ghosts.
What?
By
No.
killing a lot of people in the exact same spot.
You won't for this. Diablerized vampires are too badly damaged to come back as ghosts. And previously, for vampires in torpor, we decided it was difficulty 8 in order to overwhelm the souls, since Diablery is difficult, yo. I'm just gonna drag you down there, because thematically appropriate for you to actually be there. Okay, 1 success. Keep going. Okay, halfway there.
No!
You know,
So, how do you want to die?
please subtract 5 blood points, as your blood just rebels at the unnatural nature of what you're trying to do with this, and just evaporates out of your body rapidly. You don't take any damage, you're perfectly fine, but your Vitae did not like what you're trying to do to it. You may continue with your rolls.
Should I just spend willpower on these last 2? I'm thinking.
It's
Yeah,
like it's not worth it anymore. You already rolled one botch. It's like it's not going to get much worse.
I know for a fact it can.
you know, this was me
It's
just
not a problem.
this was me just starting to get creative. I mean, I'm not okay. 2 more successes needed. Yeah, that aggravated damage you took, that was me just doing the thing. I'm gonna try and spend as little time repeating uh, consequences and side effects as possible.
Yeah, hey, my health meter is not like on here. It's not actually showing up. I don't know
Where?
why.
On your token?
Yeah, not on my token, but on my in my health in my sheet, I can't actually get it to do anything. It doesn't register.
Um,
It's saying I'm at full health in my for here.
well,
I'm not.
you still, I mean, it was showing the bashing damage that, or lethal damage. Should you be at full? You shouldn't be.
No, I shouldn't
Yeah.
be. I should
Didn't you
have.
heal? Didn't you heal all your wounds back when you drained the all those slugged of blood?
No, I was at one lethal damage then.
Well, we're just gonna. Yeah, I saw that in there, but I'm just remove it. You had like 8 bodies full of blood. It makes no sense that you wouldn't have healed and filled up at that
Okay.
point. It,
All right.
Like how?
Well,
By the
it's
way, um
being weird on my end.
how much
anyway.
money did you how much money did we get from the um what was it from the Arcavians?
they'll let you know what your share is once they test the blood for diseases and otherwise see how much they can get out of the bodies, that kind of thing.
Okay, that was a 0 success there. So what do I? What's that?
That's a straight failure. It's not a botch, so you can just continue
Going.
rolling. Okay, you need one more chance for side effects. Okay, so the gangrel crumbles into ash. You have successfully eaten another vampire, you monster. He has 3 disciplines. He has animalism, fortitude, and protean. You need to either roll 1d10, because protean and fortitude are at the same level, and you will get 6 or above, you'll get protean, or you can spend a willpower point to choose any one of his disciplines to get a free dot in. Also, make sure to reduce your humanity by 1, you monster.
I don't mind.
You know, it limits your
I'm gonna take the
daytime.
willpower.
Okay, what do you
I'm gonna
want?
spend willpower.
What discipline do you want from him?
What were they again?
Standard gangrel in clan disciplines is just a neonate, really. It's fortitude, protean, and animalism.
I guess fortitude.
Okay, you may add a dot of fortitude to your sheet then.
Like, did he spend a point of willpower?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and since the first set of nightmares slash consequences slash bad things happens during the first day or in the morning after you just eat him, please roll a willpower at difficulty 7 for me. Okay, so flavor text. What should we add as flavor text? You actually recall facing a...
Isn't that no successes? Since this is difficulty 9.
I said difficulty 7.
Oh, sorry, I thought.
There are 3 rolls, 6, 7, and 8, but he gets a +1 to difficulty because he still has the La Sombra not completely digested. So, you recall being given orders by a fat creature with sickly, pale yellow skin, bald, and a face just covered in layers of fat. This is a Tzimisce that is giving you your marching orders. Apparently, you are to join up with a Tremere traitor that will be examining the Chantry and provide any muscle and security that is necessary in order to actually secure the place. Long enough to go through the books that are there and recover anything that might actually be valuable. The Tremere will make sure that the wards go down and that you're able to freely access the place. And obviously the Tzimisce dislikes the Tremere, but he makes sure that you understand that you are to cooperate with the Tremere in question in every way possible, because this is an important mission. You never know when you might recover something valuable from a place of this importance. And of course the vision then proceeds to fade out after giving you a brief glimpse into the life of the vampire whose soul you've just destroyed, or are in the process of destroying. So,
And now I can move down a generation.
yes, you may now move down to generation 10.
Definitely worth it.
You know, with a humanity of 4, you'll be 3 when you move down to 9, right? Mortals are
I'm
gonna
probably gonna add more humanity. I'm gonna buy some humanity.
yeah, you're gonna
Because
have
I'm
to roleplay something
too
that
much of a
justifies
monster.
doing that, though. Just a fair
Like,
warning.
not going around torturing nuns.
Well, you know, your first impulse was to kill them, but you decided against it. That will take you halfway towards convincing me that you deserve to be able to buy some humanity when you're this low. Then again, you didn't then proceed to straight away go and eat a vampire, so it kind of balances out. But in any case, congratulations, you monster. And just to fuck
Thank
with
you.
you one last time, Chloe's on the stairs.
What does she want?
She is just sitting there, open mouthed. She might have seen something she shouldn't. She turns around and runs back upstairs.
Oh gosh, should I go talk to Chloe?
Like, I'm like, if I had been there, I'm like, yeah, we're vampires. What about it? We do things. Evil things. Bad things.
You know,
Not good things.
and she's just gonna go off and brood for a while. You can go after her, like you can do that at the start of next session if you want. But yeah, you know,
For the next session, I'll do that.
Kind of feels like these ghouls should have some inkling that you are slowly sliding deeper into nastiness. You know? In any case,
It's not like he's a 2 yet or anything like that. Anything really terrible like that.
you know, that is a fair point. He's not at 2 yet, but 2 is like really, really bad. In any case, thank you both for the session, and we'll see each other next week then. So I'm
One
gonna...
final question, actually.
Okay.
How low can a human go in humanity?
A human? Like...
Yeah, mortal.
I don't know, like 3, 4, if you're like a real dick like Hitler.
I was actually thinking how low I could go. Like, could I actually
0.
completely drop down to 0?
Yeah, 0. It's like that's the point when you become white.
Yeah, at
And just
0...
go around rampaging.
Oh yeah.
At 0 is just feed, kill, blood, more, you know? In any case, I'm gonna end the video here, and if there's any more things you want to discuss, you can certainly ask me, but this is gonna be it for the YouTubes.